mind?
Of course.
And that is last week, the Special Counsel's report on its investigation of President Biden's handling of classified documents dropped, and it found that that President Biden, quote, willfully kept classified materials, but it's not charging him. What do you make of the news here?
It's a double standard. In fact, I know that Jim Jordan, Chairman Comer, who's my chairman in House Oversight, as well as Jason, the chairman of Ways and Means, have actually requested the transcribed interview of that between the archives and Biden. But what I can tell you is I think the American people know after reading that, something that we've all suspected. I'm not even trying to be funny. It is very alarming and concerning that there is a cognitive issue with this president. I think the fact that he doesn't do open press conferences, as many as he should be doing, the fact that it seems like he has handlers and that he's just simply not as an accessible president as our previous predecessors, whether they're Democrat or Republican, is something that we should be alarmed about. And frankly, if you have someone that is being basically labeled in the report as someone who's suffering from these issues, how do you expect this person to represent us on the world stage? And also remember, we have nuclear capability. This guy, I don't even think sometimes knows where he's at. And so it's something that, you know, many members, of which I support as well, need to consider the 25th Amendment.
Let's talk about that. Would you invoke the 25th Amendment? Because one of your colleagues also brought that up.
To my knowledge, that actually has to be done by the cabinet. But I think that we're at a point with this president where it's very clear that he has some cognitive issue. Again, I'm not a doctor, but based on the chatter that I've picked up, based on the interviews, and based on chatter from some of the Democrats as well, he's not there.
What is this indicating to the international community here? Because both former President Donald Trump, current President Joe Biden had some issues here handling documents. Obviously, the report described President Biden as a, quote, elderly man with a poor memory. Do you think that either Trump or Biden's handling of classified documents could impact our relationship with allies or foreign powers?
Based on the two stories and how they're different here, you had Biden that literally had his classified documents in his garage in a home in Delaware, which, by the way, Hunter Biden was, renting for a long period of time. And then you had President Trump's, of which we know that there was information leaked in regards to photo, which never happens unless it's a partisan hit job. And then also, too, within hours of the raid at Mar-a-Lago, you saw websites up on the National Archives basically dedicated to President Trump, and then none in regards to Biden. But it hasn't only been them that have had classified information. It's been Obama. It's been, I believe, Clinton, Bush as well. And so remember, presidents have the authority to declassify information once they leave office. I think that just like so many of these other investigations into President Trump, that this is a political hit job. I think that the evidence will speak for itself, and the fact that they are trying to still prosecute President Trump for this, when you literally had boxes in a garage in Delaware from Biden, it's a gross double standard. But I think that's exactly why President Trump is polling so high and projected to win the next election.
The report did differentiate Biden and Trump's mishandling of the classified documents. We did see those photos of the boxes of documents in a Mar-a-Lago bathroom, and it said Trump acted in an opposite manner to Biden and, quote, not only refused to return the documents for months, but he also obstructed justice by enlisting others to destroy evidence and then lie about it. Do you think both of these are equal? Clearly you don't, but talk about that a little bit for us.
Yeah, what I can tell you, and this is something that hasn't been, I think, shared in a private setting, so I'd be comfortable addressing it, is that Trump's attorneys were in full cooperation. And then all of a sudden you saw this raid. And then all of a sudden from that raid, you saw pictures leaked by the FBI, the same FBI, mind you, that has been caught hiding and covering for the Biden, his family, and the administration, two members of Congress in an effort to, I think, throw off our investigations. So do I believe that? No, based on the evidence. I know people probably watching us are saying, oh, she's a Republican, of course she's going to try to run cover. No, I'm just being honest with you guys. I just don't see it there. I think that what they're doing to this president is really gross. We see cases in Georgia, we see cases in Florida of political appointees that are going after President Trump. We know that they weaponize the intelligence community against him. They hate him. They hate anyone that stands with him, but that's exactly why he's going to win in 2024 this year.
So are you saying that the Her report is lying when it said Trump was obstructing justice here?
I think that they take things grossly out of context, yes.